Chrissy Teigen has been all over the news as of late because of a scandal regarding past messages that she had sent. Along with that, she also left Twitter blaming its toxic cycle for putting her in bad moods, but then out of nowhere, she was back and tweeting up a storm again. That's why today we thought we would cover some of the more embarrassing tweets, some on the dumb side as well, that Chrissy has sent out in the past. But first, if you could do us a big favor and please tap that like button, we'd really appreciate it. Now with that out of the way, let's begin today's top 10. Coming in number 10, Courtney Stodden. Back in October of 2011, Chrissy Teigen really had no bones about making this supremely dumb tweet. She actually compared Courtney Stodden to Nazis. In the tweet she said, saying Courtney Stodden's Facebook page got shut down for being too sexy is like saying that were just meanies, as in not quite. Now, my problem with this tweet is that it actually devalues what the did. When you compare anyone who is mean to you to them, it makes the word lose meaning, which it should never because of the atrocities committed by the Nazis. You see how dumb this tweet is now? Coming at number 9, her goodbye tweet. Now this list would not be complete if we didn't have the contradictory tweet. Yes, this is one of the many tweets that Chrissy sent out right before temporarily deleting her Twitter account, although it sounded like something that should have just remained in a journal. However, instead we have it right here for you. In the tweet, Chrissy said, "My desire to be liked and fear of pissing people off has made me somebody you didn't sign up for and a different human than I started out here as. Live well, tweeters. Please know all I ever cared about was you." I mean, it's probably true that she only cared about her followers, but what I can't get over is that she had a fear of pissing people off. She most certainly did not. She took pride in getting into Twitter wars with Donald Trump, and getting blocked by people who didn't share her opinion was like a badge of honor to her. Thank you. Next. Coming in number 8, exposing her marriage. Most people have a very nice story of how they met and how they started dating, let's say, but these stories are usually held as private moments though, something you would just tell a close friend or family member. Although for Chrissy, she had no problem just exposing how her own marriage came to be on Twitter for everyone to see. In the tweet she says, "I didn't date much, I moved in with people. Like, hello, I live here now. This is how John ended up in this situation." I mean, God, I hope she was joking, but she did preface that tweet with, "Oh man, these stories. I don't know how you guys are out there dating now. God bless you on your journey." She might as well have put hashtag relatable at the end of that tweet. Really, Chrissy, you started your modeling career on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. I don't think dating would have been an incredibly tough thing for you to do, especially considering the fact that you're now married to John Legend. And I mean, if we're just poking fun here at this tweet, she could have also added hashtag humblebrag to the end of the one talking about her just moving herself into John Legend's home. Goodness, these tweets. Coming in number 7, Toddlers and Tears. Back in July of 2011, Chrissy also made some very questionable tweets that soon became part of the nearly 60,000 other tweets that were deleted from her account. In the tweet, Chrissy said, "Seeing little girls do these splits half naked is just, I want to put myself in jail." And then she hashtagged Toddlers and Tears. What must be going through her brain that she thought this tweet was okay to send out? And then adding it to the hashtag is just wild, okay? On top of that, when people began to question her about the tweets, all she did was lash out and claim that it was for the safety of her family. In the response to the receipts of her deleted tweet count, Chrissy actually said, "I actually deleted 60,000 tweets because I cannot effing stand you idiots anymore and I'm worried for my family. Finding me talking about Toddlers and Tears in 2013 and thinking you're some sort of effing operative." Well, I mean, the tweets were there, so what else do you mean by those tweets, Chrissy? Coming in number 6, feeding into it. Now, when someone trolls online, they're looking for an outburst or extreme response from the person that they're trolling. On this occasion, the troll was coming from Donald Trump, and it was to prove that Chrissy Teigen has absolutely no filter online. Most of her tweet is going to be blurred and beeped out though, but you'll get the point. For some context, here's where it all started though. Back in September of 2019, Donald Trump tweeted, "Musician John Legend and his filthy mouth wife are talking now about how great it is, but I didn't see them around when we needed help getting it passed. Anchor Lester Holt doesn't even bring up the subject of President Trump or the Republicans when talking about." And in response to that, Chrissy only fed into what Trump was saying about her and her filthy mouth and responded with, "LOL, what a tagged everyone but me, an honor, Mr. President." All that does is prove his original tweet right. I mean, prove me wrong in the comments. That just proves him right in my opinion. Coming in number 5, Entitlement. Chrissy Teigen can't even congratulate her husband John Lennon on his Grammy nominations without somehow making it about herself. Entitlement is the belief that one is inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment. In December of 2014, Chrissy tweeted, "2 Grammy noms for John Legend. No one has congratulated me for being the inspiration behind all of me. Without me, there is no all of me." pretty sure that he just would have written a different hit. He's John Legend. This constant bullying online must just exhaust John so much. Even something as simple as him showing off his name tag prompted her to say, "Bah, loser." Ha, it's a very supportive wife. Coming in number 4, too lazy. In another moment of bizarrely exposing her marriage, someone on Twitter first said, "If Chrissy Teigen and John Legend ever got a divorce, I will absolutely never believe in love again. #goals." Now in response to that, all Chrissy had to say was, "Too lazy, hate paperwork." Oh, good to see that the only thing holding your marriage together is a lack of motivation to fill out the paperwork. Does that imply that she would if she had the motivation? I mean, I'm not saying that, but it sort of implies that even jokingly in this response. Again, very bizarre and very dumb. This is definitely one that should have remained in the drafts. Coming in number 3, called out. Sometimes people actually manage to get a good response into one of Chrissy's usual Twitter tirades, if you will. After Donald Trump tweeted out, "We must keep evil out of our country." And in response to that, Chrissy said, "What time should we call your Uber?" Now, while it may be a good response, the problem with constantly trolling is that you also open yourself up to being trolled as well. She has the blue check mark and she jumped into that conversation, and so in response to Chrissy's tweet, someone else said, "What time should we call your brain to arrive?" I mean, yikes. Coming in number 2, no eyelashes. My god, this tweet is dumb. But it fits perfectly at her number 2 spot, you know? 2 eyes, that's all I'm saying. Back in May of 2015, Chrissy tweeted, "Just tried to take my fake eyelashes off, but they were my real eyelashes. Needless to say, I now have no eyelashes." I mean, I'm a dude, so clearly I have no idea what it's like to wear fake eyelashes, but how in the world can you not tell the difference between something you recently glued to your face and your actual eyelashes? I'm sorry, but this one got me, and it got me enough to toss it into this list. And last but certainly not least, coming in at our number 1 spot, a final note. This tweet from August of 2014 is absolutely insane, or perhaps psychotic would be a better way to describe it. Chrissy Teigen actually tweeted out, "I always have a note in my pocket that says John did it just in case I'm murdered because I don't want him to remarry." Then she adds #true love and #tips. The only person following these tips are people that are in far too deep. If you have so many enemies that you have to be like, "Just in case I'm murdered, I'm gonna make sure that the cops just immediately arrest my grieving husband." What an absolutely bizarre thing to tweet out, and as I've said before, another tweet that should have remained in the drafts. Either way, that has been the top 10 dumbest tweets that Chrissy Teigen never wanted you to see, but before we get out of here, I'm going to check out some of your comments from the video titled, "Top 10 Live TV Moments That Ruined Careers." Sorry for the clickbait. Vanessa Stegall says, "That Steve Harvey moment lives in my head rent-free." Same here. There's actually many Steve Harvey moments that live in my head rent-free. A lot. Julie says, "Much love from Belgium. You guys cheer up my evening." Oh, thank you so much for watching, Julie. We really appreciate your comment, and much love to Belgium from Canada. C.L. Brierly says, "Oh my goodness, Johnny is in the studio." Sadly not. That was an old video that we had recorded there, and then I just posted it more recently. But hopefully we will be back in studio soon. Hoping. Like a Spivey says, "Johnny, your Lorne Michaels impression was funny." Thank you. Thank you. That's all I wanted, was a good compliment on my Lorne Michaels impersonation. It's in hot demand, if you weren't aware. Lois says, "Correct me if I'm wrong, but the interviewer was Jesse Eisenberg's ex." Whoa. If that's true, damn. I understand now. I understand the hostility coming from Jesse Eisenberg, if that was indeed his ex, for sure. Either way, guys, that has been today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy, YouTube.